Hi everyone, this is the finest of London. Many of you has asked me to take interview with a person from the beauty industry, and today I am delighted to introduce you Dr. Ivona Igerc. Ivona has over 20 years experience in the beauty industry, working across the world in Los Angeles, in Hong Kong, in Middle East, and in London. So please welcome Dr. Ivona, and I hope you enjoy this interview. Please welcome to the show. Great to see you, Ivona, today.
Hi Diana, how are you doing?
And let me start with a bit of introduction, because you have done so much in the beauty industry. I know that you graduated from a medical university in Croatia, and you've been working for about 20 years in the industry. You wrote a book called Face. And also you worked across the world. You worked in China, in Hong Kong, in Middle East, in London, and not long ago you started even a school for the doctors, and now you're training the doctors how to make people beautiful.
Yes,
incredible
precisely that.
And we can't wait to find out more. So I would like to start with asking you, how did you get into the beauty industry?
Well, since I was a little girl, I think I was obsessed with beauty, and I studied dentistry, and it was more than 20 years ago. So age, I always say age is just a number. But at that time, where no one was speaking about bright smiles, I was already thinking and being focused on just bright smiles. And immediately I started to notice that smile is not just teeth, but much more out there. So all perioral areas, so nasolabial folds, lips, position of lips, marionette lines, face is smiling together with smile itself. So I thought it would be very natural when we think about beautiful smiles to enhance all the face together. And that was my original idea until my students' days. And I transformed this idea into my life.
Because you've done so much training, and you are a member of several organizations. I need to read this because this is serious stuff. So American Academy of Aesthetic and Anti-Aging Medicine, and the Asian College of Aesthetic and Regenerative Medicine. And also to improve your skills, you completed master degree in Periodontal Surgery and Prosthesis. So you're quite highly educated doctor. So what's the best part of what you do for you? What do you love the most?
Well, I love aesthetics. I think the best in me, because when you start to do aesthetics, when you do surgery, then you have protocols. But when you do this, what I'm doing, facial aesthetics, is so much about understanding the face, is so much of your own touch. There is so much of understanding this 3D sculpturing of the face. And when I was young, I was pretty much artistic, and I was very good in sculpturing. Now all this art is somehow inside of me, I project on the face. And for me, that's always an amazing and very interesting trip, because every face is different, and I live and die with every face. So
Ivona, please tell us a bit more about your school for doctors. Whom is this for, and where it is based?
So the school is based in famous Harley Street. I used to be president for Asia of American Academy of Facial Aesthetics for a long time, and I started training doctors 2008. So you see, long time ago. And 3 years ago, I started my Academy of Face Design in London, in Harley Street. And the new thing we are bringing to the doctors all over the world, because I train doctors in more than 18 countries, 19 countries basically worldwide. So I taped 6.5 hours of my masterclass, which is all has British certificates. And I think it's an amazing opportunity for doctors to start to step into the facial aesthetics. In case they have a CPD certification that they finished school in London. Of course, after the videos, we have to do hands-on training as well.
Let's talk about, obviously you lived in many different countries. What's your favorite city to live in?
Yes, and I absolutely love Hong Kong. I love Asia. I love London. It's another different dynamics, and it's very interesting and exciting city as well. Then I love Milano. because Milano has its own beautiful parts like Brera and interesting places again. So I think every city is a bit somehow different and exciting. More you know the city, more you gather around, more you know people, it becomes more personal.
Yeah, I want to know the secret places, you know, in Milano, in other cities.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's the difference between approach to beauty in, let's say, in Asia, in Middle East, and in Europe? What are the differences?
That's an amazing question, Diana, because you see, I was working beauty on high level, I mean, high standards of beauty for movie industry in Asia, in India, and in America, and totally different approach. So when you need to analyze the face, first of all, the anatomy is a bit different, I would say. So you need to respect anatomy. Then, second of all, what was very interesting for me, you have to get into what is really beautiful in that country, because what is beautiful in China maybe not necessarily is beautiful in London. And it's a bit different when we talk about America, when we talk about, let's say, South America, and when we talk about Europe. So you have to understand the beauty standards there, culturally beauty standards, and also what is fashionable at the moment. So for me, it was all a beautiful discovery. I was also working in India, and again, another story. So you have to be like a beauty detective, I would say. You have to understand very well what a woman or man from different countries and parts of the world really assume as beautiful. Because in Asia, for example, you have to make temple augmentation, which is not so necessary for a Western face. Only when we think about lipoatrophy, then you have to make noses very, very high. We don't want, in Western world, we don't want high noses, because we always want to have a petit nose. And then in Asia, isn't it? I mean, you would not be happy if I now think, oh, Diana, we have to augment our noses. Me and you would be like, no, it's not for us. But for Asian women brings a lot of beautiful enhancement on the face. Then also slimming the lower facial third. This is something very common in Asia. Then doing botulinum toxin into the trapezius muscle. Because
so what would you say is popular in Los Angeles at the moment?
Well, always very natural enhancements. So ladies in Los Angeles, they love to be like done but not done, underdone, I would say. They love to come for their treatments quite often, much more often than I would say than people in Europe. So they're very regular in those treatments, but they're always careful with this less is more, which I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I like that approach too. And then what about Londoners, London ladies?
So they all, again, like to be stunning and beautiful. And I think they're pretty much into the direction of LA. So they don't want to be overdone. But everything should be, again, enhanced on a proper way, respecting anatomy, everything around that meticulous beauty in details, and I think scientific approach.
Yes, absolutely. I like that approach for sure. So we're now approaching the part of our program where I get to ask my guests one secret about their life that not many people know. So
I don't know.
Do you know what my hobby now? So when the lockdown started, I started taking a Latino dance class. Just really?
So, well, I think one of the adventurous thing was that I did bungee jumping when I was in my age 16 or 17. I forgot. No, I was 17. We went for this trip in Spain, after secondary school trip. And I remember I just saw that bungee jumping, and it was wow for me. And I just disappeared from my class. And suddenly somebody saw me up. And I jumped. I love the jump.
I was curious to ask you, because I've seen on YouTube, I've seen some of your talks, which you give incredible talks to people, to audience. Tell me something. How do you enjoy it, and what do you offer during your talks? Do you show some procedures, or I think it was either in Hong Kong or Middle East, the one I saw. So tell me a bit about this.
Well, I'm a very big fan. Like I educate doctors, I think it's very important that every single patient of mine is educated. Even people who maybe think about stepping into the world of facial aesthetics. Why? Because there is so many problems we see nowadays on the market, Diana. So I think it's crucial and super important that ladies and men who want to know something more about the treatments come and join the beauty talks, because beauty talks can educate them what they really need, when they should start to do any of those procedures, and what kind of enhancement they can get. And I think that's very, very important because of their expectations, because they have, and we all have just one face, and we have to protect that face very well.
And on that note, I just wanted to inform our audience that Ivona will be giving some beauty talks, and very soon, when we are all, allowed, hopefully soon, fingers crossed, we will have this beauty talk. So I will leave some information next to this video for you guys. So I wanted to say a huge thank you for Dr. Ivy to join us today in this early morning. I know you are very busy and you start from 11 o'clock, you are fully booked and so on, but hope to see you sometime very soon at our beauty talks. And for our viewers, please don't go far, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.